How is it going, everyone? We are coming up on the release of an absolutely massive remake of one of the most beloved video games of all time. When you look at the pantheon of the greatest games of all time, literally of all time, many would have Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater in the mix. At the very least, when you talk about the best PlayStation 2 games of all time, and think about the library the PS2 has, Metal Gear Solid 3 is among the best PS2 games of all time. It is my favorite Metal Gear game, and for many people, it is their favorite Metal Gear game. And if you've never played Metal Gear Solid, Delta Snake Eater takes place before Metal Gear Solid 1, so it's a great entry point to the franchise as well. Whether you've been a longtime fan or it's your first foray into Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater is going to be a huge release, and I want to go over some key information about the game before you spend your $70 on the game. Before we even get to that, our friends at Green Man Gaming do have the hookup if you are trying to play this game on PC and Steam. GMG is the spot to buy Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater because it is 25% off for $52.49 for the standard edition of the game. The digital deluxe edition, which a lot of people will gravitate towards, and you can guess why, is $59.99. You'll be able to play it a little bit earlier. There's some in-game items that you'll get as well, and some other bonuses that we'll get to as far as what's coming with each edition, pre-order bonus, things of that nature. But link in the description box below. If you do buy it, we get an affiliate kickback, which is much appreciated. Now, Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater is looking to be a faithful remake to Metal Gear Solid 3. Final Fantasy VII Remake, this is not. This is going to be a faithful remake with some quality of life improvements, new graphics, and everything of that sort. But if you want the same game from a narrative standpoint, you are going to have that with Delta Snake Eater. And again, the game is heralded among the greatest PlayStation 2 games of all time, and that, again, is putting it a little bit lightly. I really do believe it's among the best video games of all time. So many people would consider it the best Metal Gear title. But to go over some of the official information, it is a remake of the 2004 game Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater with the same gripping story and engrossing role, now with all new graphics and 3D audio that enhance the jungle atmosphere. Get ready for the ultimate survival stealth action experience. The core experience of the original evolved and more immersive than ever. The narrative backdrop, the Cold War crisis that started it all. In the middle of the Cold War, Naked Snake, the man who would later be known as Big Boss, infiltrates the Soviet Union to escort a defecting scientist. However, the mission ends in failure when Snake's mentor, the Boss, a soldier known as the Mother of Special Forces, betrays him, and Sokolov is captured by Colonel Volgin of the GRU. 1 week later, Snake returns to the Soviet territory to rescue Sokolov and eliminate the Boss, a mission that'll mark the start of a new legend, a mission that will mark the start of a new legend against the backdrop of the ever-changing march of history. Everything you love and more. Remember, this is retaining the essence of Metal Gear Solid 3. The story, characters, voice acting, gameplay, and music that made the original a sensation return remade for modern consoles. And of course, you can't have Delta Snake Eater without Snake Eater, the song redone for Delta Snake Eater. It sounds tremendous and is going to be once again there. This evolutionary leap breathes new life into every cutscene and rebuilds every corner of the world. Gorgeously rendered graphics. It will be running on Unreal Engine 5. UE5 has left PC gamers some titles and console games as well. There have been some UE5 titles that haven't ran the best. Hopefully with Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater, it runs at an incredibly high level, because when you think about Metal Gear and with how well games like Metal Gear 5 ran, you would want something that is running at a premier level with Delta Snake Eater as well. But they do note expansive stages are rendered with cutting-edge technology. Incredible new graphics bring the wild growth of the jungle, forests, and swamps to life in exquisite detail. Characters rendered in such fine detail that facial wrinkles, pores, and even separate eye and iris movements are visible, allowing for rich and emotive facial animations. Authentic to life portrayals. The battle damage system has been upgraded with the wear and tear of Snake's clothes, as well as the brushes and bullet wounds on his body reflected in real time. Injuries will leave their mark on Snake's body permanently, telling a story of each player's unique journey through the game. Elements like this, while not fundamentally altering what the game is at its essence, definitely improves that experience that MGS3 dropped 20 plus years ago which is fantastic to see. Deeply immersive experiences, players can elect for a newly added, more modern control style. These intuitive controls let you focus entirely on the game and the immersive thrills of the survival stealth experience. You can also choose to play with a classic control style that more closely recreates the feel of the original game. Now, there are some additional content and modes that are rolling out with the main campaign as well. You've got Snake vs. Monkey. In this mode, you'll play as Snake and round up all the escaped apes running amok in each stage. On Xbox, it will be Bombermen, but nonetheless, that'll be a component of the game, a bit of a mini game. And then also, another aspect of the game that'll be adding a bit of a layer is the newly announced Fox Hunt mode, an all-new online multiplayer mode set in the same world as the main story. This new mode makes use of stealth and survival elements to deliver exciting hide-and-seek style back-and-forth gameplay. Metal Gear Online is something people are so reminiscent and nostalgic with, that Fox Hunt being a component to this game after launch. It'll be coming after the initial launch, and also, by the way, bit of a bummer update on Fox Hunt, it will not have cross-platform play, which in the year 2025, a bit egregious in my opinion. I get it, there are other games that don't have cross-platform multiplayer, but it's something that I feel like should be implemented. Fox Hunt is noted to be a completely original online multiplayer mode. Though it shares the same world with Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater, the gameplay is completely different. When we say Metal Gear multiplayer, many fans will probably think of Metal Gear Online, but Fox Hunt will be its own new type of mode. They noted, "We very much appreciate all the longtime fans of Metal Gear Online that always wanted to see it make a comeback, but the landscape of multiplayer games has changed a lot since Metal Gear Online. It took a lot of careful consideration to think about what a new online mode should look like. Based on the iconic stealth and survival elements of the Metal Gear series, we're taking camouflage and hide-and-go-seek to the next level. We challenged ourselves to make something unique that is more than just a shootout. We've used back-and-forth tension of staying hidden or searching out the enemy to create an online experience unique to Metal Gear. Those are all the details we can share with you for now, but we're working hard on getting Fox Hunt to you all. We'll have more news on Fox Hunt in the future, so please stay tuned." So that will be another aspect of the game that you'll be able to delve into, and I do think that's important because, let's be completely honest, the optics of the price point are something that a lot of people are gonna bring up. Snake Eater is one of the greatest video games of all time. I truly do believe that, but some would say that this is a remake of a PlayStation 2 game that you can complete in 12 to 15 hours, and $70 as an asking price for that is going to be a little bit hefty. When you do have an online multiplayer mode, that will be adding a little bit of a reason to go back. Now, from my vantage point, give me a game like Snake Eater all day long. Yeah, it's $70. Yeah, it's 12 to 15 hours. Guess what? It's not going to overstay its welcome, and in that 15 hours, you are going to get one of the most incredible gaming experiences of all time, as long as they do a quality remake on it, because we already know it's an incredible gaming experience, and incredible gaming experiences like this don't come around often. And guess what? When you do have an incredible experience like this, it's a game that you'll go back to and you'll play throughout the years. You'll have a free weekend and you'll be like, let me pop in Delta Snake Eater and let me play it again. You'll ultimately get a lot of mileage out of the game, but yeah, for one single playthrough, it's not gonna be a 40-50 hour long game, but Snake Eater doesn't need to be, since we already know how exceptional the game is. Outside of just the visual enhancements, you've got a lot of improvements being made to the gameplay as well to make it an experience that is going to be more accessible to a 2025 audience. Even if you played it back in the day, while I can go back and I can play MGS3, the Master Collection came out just a few years ago. A lot of you guys went back and played the game. For a $70 brand new game, a new audience jumping in, there are some gameplay improvements to make it more accessible. Better aiming system, new CQC options as well, new additions to the stealth mechanics on top of that, easier codec and camouflage menus. You're gonna have the different control styles where you have the classic experience and the newer experience as well. A compass is gonna be available as well, so there's gonna be quite a lot of depth in terms of the improvements that are made outside of just the visual improvements, which are quite plentiful. I do want to note, while they don't have a full breakdown of the variety of system requirements, we just have the 2 tiers on the official Steam page. To go over them quickly, the Intel Core i5-8600 or Ryzen 5 3600 is a minimum requirement. 16 gigs of RAM and an RTX 2060 Super. Recommended an Intel Core i7-8700K or AMD Ryzen 5 3600. 16 gigs of RAM and an RTX 3080 are recommended. 3080 is a couple generations old now, so that's not too crazy, but we need more clarity as far as how well this game is going to run on different resolutions like 4K, completely maxed out, looking to get 60 frames per second. It's a UE5 game, so that's going to be something interesting to monitor. Lastly, to go over the editions available, the Standard Edition and the Deluxe Edition will both come with the pre-order uniform of the white tuxedo. You can also get the white tuxedo by just playing the game. Then there will be the Digital Deluxe Edition, which will be an additional $10. Base game is $70, Digital Deluxe is $80. Obviously, with pre-ordering the Digital Deluxe Edition, you will get 48 hours of advance access. The advance access will begin on August the 26th, while the base game, the regular edition, will be released on August the 28th. The early access is only tied towards the Digital Deluxe Edition. There's no deluxe variant that's going to be coming on the physical side of things, so if you want the early access, you gotta buy the Digital Deluxe Edition. On top of that, for the extra $10, you'll also get the Sneaking DLC pack. You'll get a variety of different uniforms: the Uniform Battle Dress, Uniform Sneaking Suit, Uniform Crocodile Suit, Uniform Naked Woodland, Uniform Naked Ammunition Belt, Uniform Gold, and then glasses, sunglasses, and you'll get a couple of masks as well alongside the 48 hours of early access. It's gonna be the early access that draws people in. It's a typical thing in gaming these days. What can you do about it? But like I said, if you are looking to play on PC and Steam, Green Man Gaming, both editions are 25% off, so check that out. $52.49 and $59.99 respectively. A great discount, and you won't pay tax either, so you're getting it even cheaper. You can get a Steam key, you redeem it on Steam, and you're good to go. You'll be able to play the game once it drops. Metal Gear Solid 3 is one of the greatest video games of all time, in my opinion. I like to add that qualifier of, hey, maybe some people would just put it at one of the best PS2 games of all time. Look, if you're one of the best PS2 games of all time, given the PS2's game library, you're one of the best games of all time, in my opinion. MGS3 is tremendous. The theme song is absolutely iconic. The narrative is phenomenal. And yes, it might not be a 40-hour game, but a lot of the times, guys, we got a lot of 50 to 70-hour games that are bloated beyond belief. And sometimes you just need something that's all killer, no filler. That's what Delta Snake Eater is going to be. Just gotta hope all of the technicals of the game are gonna be of quality, as it is a UE5 game. I do have some skepticism on the PC release. Let's hope that turns out well. And we're still waiting on clarity as far as the exact PlayStation 5 performance. It will be PlayStation 5 Pro Enhanced, but we don't have exact clarity on that as of the recording of this video. That's gonna do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts, your anticipation and excitement level for Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. It is coming out at a time where Gears of War Reloaded is coming out. Lost Soul-Aside is coming out. There's so many games coming out next month that I do know a lot of people are gonna be a little bit selective on what games they pick up, but as a remake of one of the most iconic video games of all time, I know there's also a large portion of you incredibly excited for Delta Snake Eater. That's going to do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. Link to Green Man Gaming to get it cheaper on PC in the description box below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.